Hello everybody, welcome back to another Minecraft video, and today I wanted to do what I mentioned in the last video, which is cutting down trees, clearing out some terrain, and I'm going to start at least planning the base. So first of all, let's go to sleep, because I don't want to have to deal with all these mobs. Well, I guess I'm going to have to still deal with them, because not all of them are going to despawn or burn, but yeah, I wanted to set up and at least figure out the basic idea of the plan for the base. So in doing that, I want to first off clear all, or at least most of the trees that could be in the areas that I plan to build. So what I will do is I'll make a bunch of iron axes. I guess I'll do 3 of them. I'll probably end up using them all. And then a iron pickaxe and 2 iron shovels. I may not use these shovels right away, but once you start using shovels, you really start spinning through. I'm gonna make another chest, and it may actually also be time for an expansion on the treehouse. I guess for now I could put it up here. Maybe I can organize the snow out of here, and plants and stuff can go up there, I guess. Snow and plants. And then maybe I could start it this episode, but I do want to start a wheat farm. So I guess what I can do, just to remind myself of that, is make a stone hoe. Alright. And then bam. Alright, so that should be good. I'll put the rest of this stuff in here. I don't know why I'm organizing it this much, but yeah, let's start with that. Don't think I'll need. Oh, I guess I'll keep the shears. Maybe I want to get some leaves while I'm here, or while I'm doing this. I'll take the bed just so I can sleep if I need to, and it should be good. Make sure there's no creepers this time, because last time I had a mistake on that point. All right, so I still didn't even fix that. I guess I'll just start getting to it. This episode probably won't be too eventful, but you never know, something might happen. I do also want to fix some of the terrain down in that bottom area where the water's at here. Like, I want to connect it to the ocean, clear out some of this odd terrain generation, and maybe I'd end up replacing it with dirt instead of sand. It just depends on how I feel. But mainly, I kind of want to get a good overview of this just to see a before and after. Because I plan to do quite a bit of terraforming in this area, so I'll actually get a little view of it. Because this whole area, as you can see, is a bit sporadic in how the terrain looks. So I plan to clean that up and make it look a little nicer visually. As well as the mountain. And as I mentioned before, clearing out some of these odd generation bits. So, yeah. But definitely is also probably a... Oh, do I have bones? I wanted to test to see if flowers generate on bone meal. I have bones, okay. Let's do this. Get a area to check, or to test this. Let's see. Oh yeah, they do. Okay, cool. That is nice. So, if I have bone meal, I can end up getting infinite amount of flowers, which is pretty good. Because I am trying to think of, for like a late game mindset of what resources are infinite, which there's a lot less infinite resources in these older updates, as you can just do a lot less, but you can still do a decent amount. Pretty sure dispensers are in this update as well, so you can presumably make automatic flower farms, because there are pistons. So That could be something, a future project maybe. As I mentioned before, I don't want to look up guides if possible. So I want to try to do all the redstone. Oh, you can't collect grass with shears, so you need to use bone meal if you want to make the grass, which I will keep in mind. I'm pretty sure there's only the 2 types of flowers as well, so gotta use those sparingly. Just want to use this stone axe. I know it's a bit slow, especially because I just made 3 iron ones, but don't want to waste the materials. I mean, it's stone, but not really much of a waste, but yeah, I don't know. Don't know why I need to do that. Alright, let's get these ones down here. I'm gonna need that wheat to start up a animal farm, which shouldn't be too hard because every animal follows the wheat, I'm pretty sure. I don't know about chickens though. Might have been seeds, or might have just been wheat. Yeah, so this is an example of something I'd terraform where I'd probably end up replacing all this stone with dirt, because I think it would just look better. I want to mine that coal as well. And once I clear the trees, it's gonna be a lot more noticeable how the terrain looks a bit wonky. So that's one of the reasons I'm doing it. I don't even want to chop those right now. But it's actually something I didn't really think about, but this other mountainside, which is a bit smaller than the one I'm on, might be kind of cool to build across into and do something, you know, connected to my base. I don't plan this. Actually, it may end up being kind of a filler episode, maybe not a full numbered part. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do this. So yeah, it may end up being a bit different than I think, just because I think this is a bit boring, but I don't know. I probably won't end up doing this all the time, because this is a very simple process. Also, you might have heard my cat meow right there. Apologies if you can hear that. She's quite a loud cat. I actually may want to raise up that cloud height. I think they seem a bit too low for my liking. Also, how high is this? Why 111? Maybe I should get some dirt to see how high it actually goes, because I think it's 128. I may be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure. Are these different? Oh, they are. Nice. I presume that would be the same case for spruce leaves. Also, it seems like trees drop so many more saplings than they do newer updates, but I may be wrong on that as well. This is a cool little drop. A little crevice in this. That could be cool to be some sort of oh, I'm starting to get ideas. That could be a cool like lake at the bottom there. Trying to envision any ideas here. I think what I'd plan on is having the base, as I mentioned, it's going to be some sort of a ring. I think it may ring like the ring would go around and then into the mountainside and then kind of reappear at the back. I'm not too sure how big I'm gonna make it yet. I don't know if I'll even plan any of that. I think I'll just start building and seeing how it goes. I may do a little test over at that flat land to see if I can get the proportions right and everything, so I'm not making it ridiculously big. And I might want to even measure with, you know, with some dirt or something, how long across this is, and then do some basic maths to make sure I don't go overboard and have it like flying out of the side of the mountain way too far. Like if I start the build too big and then I just loop it around here, it might just go way too far, because the mountain isn't that big. It's not a entire mountain range. So get this last tree and then I'll probably have to sleep so I don't get any mobs spawning. Can I do it here? Alright. Alright. I also had a separate idea. I know this is a pretty basic idea, but maybe on the top of this mountain, I can build some sort of, not castle wall, but maybe something to the like, similar. Kind of have it to the highest point of the world. If it is at Y128, it wouldn't be too hard to do. Again, I would definitely have to terraform this mountain, because this would be a very weird shaped wall if I keep it how it is. So I guess I could start doing right now. Get a better idea of the size of this. It is a very awkward shape. And I don't want to just ruin the shape of it, but definitely needs a bit of fixing. Yeah, like something, I would like to connect the base somehow to over there. Maybe that could be where I put the animal farm. But who knows? Because if you build too much stuff on a mountain, you really got to make sure it's easy to get up there, because you're going back and forth. It might be a bit ridiculous going up and down the mountain all the time. I just heard a skeleton. Yes, I definitely did. Is there a cave somewhere here? Again, I'm sorry if my cat is being picked up in the mic. Might just be directly under here. Don't know why I was using my hands to break the leaves when I brought the shears. Yeah, but I don't expect I'll do this chopping trees down every episode, obviously, but I may just end up doing a time lapse or separate episode. Or maybe no commentary, I don't know. Still trying to figure it out. I'm also pretty sure in this update, pigs were the only animal that dropped meat. I have to test it. So I know chickens don't drop eggs. So. Also, one thing I didn't ever explain is, which is why I like 1.7, as it's one of my favorite Minecraft updates, which is actually funny that I do like 1.7, because it's actually not the update that I first started playing the game on. I actually first played the game ever on beta 1.8. But the reason I think 1.7 is good is because I also okay. Let me reset. When I first ever played Minecraft, it was on my brother's computer, and it was on beta 1.8. But I didn't really play too much then. But I really started playing Minecraft on the Xbox 360 console edition, which was actually set to an update, which was more in line with beta 1.6, if I'm correct, on its initial release, and then it ended up updating to 1.7, and then just kept going along from there. But I'm pretty sure the initial Xbox 360 release was more in line with 1.6, so it's kind of like the middle ground between those two. There are some things in beta 1.6 that I prefer over 1.7, which is namely the stone texture, and I also think the gravel texture changed a bit, but don't quote me on that. But the cobblestone texture of beta 1.6, I know it's like insanely ugly, but I don't know, compared to, this is a more traditional cobblestone. There was something special about that old, really sharp looking stone texture. Is there some wood in? Oh yeah, there is. There's still some wood. But yeah, there's something I really liked about that. It's probably just nostalgia talking, but I don't know. Which I actually could put in this update if I wanted to, because there is texture pack support. I'm pretty sure maybe it's on the main menu. Yeah, it's probably on the main menu. I think there's texture pack support. So I could actually implement my own old textures in there. It'd be cool also to download some older texture packs that were supported back on these updates. I think it's interesting because I feel like most people probably didn't use texture packs, but there's a couple of texture packs that are just so stuck in my mind. Obviously Faithful. Faithful is probably the most well-known one, but also if anyone knows John Smith texture pack, I use that one a lot. And there was another one I can't think of off the top of my head. That was pretty popular back then. But yeah, I normally don't use texture packs. I'm pretty happy with how it looks default. I know when they ended up changing the textures officially, the new retextures for, was it Aquatic update? Might have been before that, but I was pretty divisive, I guess, or I wasn't really too sure if I liked it or not, but I ended up growing used to it, and then going back, it's a big difference. I definitely think the new textures are better, at least from a general audience standpoint. I think most people would think they would look better, but it was a bit to get used to at first. Changes the look of the game a lot. There's a lot more contrast in how the textures are made. Definitely feels a bit more professional, I'll say that. But yeah, I know Faithful was, I use that a lot as well. Which also makes me think that I remember when they changed it to resource packs. I mean, it makes a lot more sense because I'm pretty sure resource packs, allow you to change sound effects and stuff, but I always was like, being stupid. I was like, what is that? Why'd they change it? New is bad, But I don't know. That's just me being dumb, and also me just trying to think of shit to say because I'm doing some boring activity in the game. There's so many of these bigger trees. Is there any more in that? It doesn't look like it. Yeah, but I really want my base to have this view of that mountain. So I think it'd be built on this side mainly, at least at first. Because I think that's the best view around this mountain. It is a bit ugly though, because the land nearby is kind of ugly. But I could plant trees. I don't know why I'm stuttering. I could plant my own trees and kind of make that a little custom biome over there. Maybe like use spruce trees or something. Just switch it up in contrast with the oak ones over there. Yeah, just by doing this, I'm like, I probably won't be doing commentary on things like this anymore. Because unless I have a topic. Maybe I should have had a topic, I don't know. It's getting dark again though. Let's see here. It's got a decent amount of wood. No, I can't sleep yet. I wonder at which exact moment I can do it. Oh. Right now. I don't really need to collect any more saplings from this. Yeah, so I want to clear out these trees on this side, and then that will probably be the end of it, because then I can start at least planning and getting the basic framework of the base. But I do planning it, at least in my head, it's going to be a lot bigger than maybe I can expect, because I would like this to be large enough where if I have any ideas, I can build them in the base and not have to do a full-on expansion or anything of the sort. Okay, I think that's good. Oh, it's wrong tool. Yeah, that needs to go really bad. I could probably just cover up that with trees where I don't need to really terraform it, but if I leave it like how it is, it's gonna really bug me. Okay, so I've gone through one axe, one and almost a half axes. Oh, had a lag spike right there. But yeah, I'll definitely start work on the base. Probably next episode. This is very boring. But it is necessary. I need a lot of wood. Because I think the majority of this is going to be planks. I'll probably build a mini version of what I'm thinking of to kind of get an idea of how it's going to be placed. I think we got, oh yeah, I'll get these ones and then those, and that will be it. Or at least will be it for now. For the moment. Oh man, this one is branching pretty far out. I'm probably gonna end up missing just one. Hopefully not. Oh yeah, there's some right there. Oh yeah, as I mentioned earlier about console edition, I was going back and forth with whether or not I wanted to start this world on the Xbox 360 edition to just kind of get that nostalgia trip, which I would have done if I didn't kind of think that I would, I may want to end up updating, and if I end up keeping this world for several years, I mean, I know that's far in the distance, but you never know. I would like the opportunity to update to, more recent versions, and I think 360 support ended at Aquatic, so it would kind of be a dead end, and as, I don't have any Xbox consoles after the 360, so I would need to transfer to Bedrock Edition, which I am just not a fan of Bedrock Edition. It's mainly just like the feel of it is just off. Like it's hard to really put into direct words without giving, specific examples of the things that just feel off in Bedrock Edition, but yeah, I don't think I would like to use Bedrock. It probably is the version that's going to have the most longevity because I don't think they would ever flat out get rid of Java, but maybe they may end up. Oh, okay. I really need to get that farm going because my health is low. They may end up getting rid of Java. I think people would be very, very upset if they did, but I don't think people would make enough of a racket if that happened. They would just end up switching to Bedrock. They have no other choice. I don't think they'd really make a big outcry on it. But let's just cross our fingers and hope that doesn't happen. Is there still... Oh, did I not get this last one? Yeah, I didn't. Alrighty then. Oh, there's one more up there, and then that I will end it there. Oh, there's one in that. Oh, it's because I didn't break it. Alright. Alrighty then. Do one little scan. See if I missed anything on this mountaintop. And it seems like I didn't. Other than that one, but I guess that too, but it should be fine. So I can get a good view of this. Alright. Let's go down. I do want to test a couple of like I don't know what maybe like dropping systems where I could just jump off the mountain instead of walking down, just to make my life easier. And I don't know, I might be able to figure out some way to get up the mountain a bit faster, maybe with mine carts or powered rails and the like. But let's get out here to get a view of this. I may need to step out into the ocean. How build a little point where I can stand on out here. Alright, bring this up. Alright, so the plan will be to have the ring kind of start about there, kind of loop around, and then come back around. I think this could be one level here. I could have something there. It's a different level change, so it's not all on the same peak. There could be something here. Then the ring would be up and around. There's also an idea I had, which is building a giant custom tree that could be done in that crevice I mentioned earlier. But I would like to kind of have a giant tree growing into or around the base. I think that would be a cool idea. I know it's hard to kind of get a view because it's all in my head, but hopefully it's at least makes a bit of sense. As I mentioned, kind of creating a custom biome over here, getting trees planted. I'll test around to see what trees. It could be all birch or mix of birch and oak, or maybe even spruce. It does suck because that grass is pretty ugly over there, and the trees kind of brown tint to them, which I don't really like too much. But yeah, this is gonna definitely need a lot of work, terraforming wise, because it looks pretty bad on its own. But yeah, that should be good. Good amount of progress done today. I'll also end up clearing those trees. I'll probably do that some other time though. This is the amount of materials I got. How many stacks is it? Let's see. Put it all bunched up here. There we go. About 9 stacks. I guess more like 8, because this isn't full, but it's pretty good. All right, let me. Guess I'll build a little platform to sleep on and call it a video. All right. So yeah, that'll be the end of the video. A bit longer than normal and a bit boring, but here's what it is. I'll end there, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.